Okay, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. This lesson is entitled, update on Venezuela. That says, as electricity fails, desperate Venezuelans buy spoiled meat. Okay? And this is a prelude to come. Like we watch those karate movies. One guy's whipping 10 guys' ass, and then on the 10th, he's whipping 9 guys' ass. And then on the 10th guy, he really give it to him. So we see, like I just did a video yesterday on all these earthquakes hitting all these places. Okay, but it hasn't, really not much has been happening over here in the U.S. As far as natural disasters and stuff. So it says, as electricity fails, desperate Venezuelans buy spoiled meat. Maracaibo, Venezuela, in a city called the Saudi Arabia of Venezuela for its vast oil wealth, residents of Maracaibo now line up to buy spoiled meat as refrigerators fail amid 9 months of rolling power outages that recently got worse. So here it is. You have, this place is vast in oil. All right, but basically America, they cut the switch on Venezuela, because they didn't want to play ball, and they, America, they have this thing called economic hitman. It's really, if you don't want to play ball, all right, and they can destroy you from within with a coup. What they'll do is they'll sanction you so heavily. They'll sanction you so heavily that you can't buy or sell or trade with anybody else. So it says in a city once called the Saudi Arabia of Venezuela for its vast oil, residents of Maracaibo now line up to buy spoiled meat as refrigerators fail amid 9 months of rolling power outages that recently got worse. And this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with, man. Well, this is what they're dealing with, And it's getting nothing but worse, man. As it says here, let's see. Second Ezra 16. And 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. All right, and these plagues are being sent out unto America until they be turned upon the earth, man. Well, it's like America and the rest of the earth. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. What are the plagues, man? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And you see, famine, that's been happening for quite some time now. All right, but amidst the famine, all right, you had just the other day, you had an earthquake that hit the northern part of Venezuela. Hey, so this place is falling quickly, man. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hopeful works are fulfilled. So if the Most High is bringing down the hammer on Venezuela, how much more this sinful kingdom known as Babylon, also, today America. All right. So he's going to say some people fall ill eating the rotten beef, but at bargain prices, it's the only way they can afford protein as the country's crisis hits bottom. It smells a little foul, but you rinse it with a little vinegar and lemon, all right, that's Israel. A father of said Eudes, a father of 3 young boys buying darkened cuts at a butcher shop in Venezuela's second largest city. It says Venezuelans are enduring the worst economic downfall in the oil-rich country's history. Basic services like running water and electricity have become luxuries. Okay, and that's why we shouldn't take things for granted, man. Hey, according to our Lord's prayer, He says, give us this day our daily bread. But people, I notice even now in America, you have a lot of people that don't even pray over their food, man. All right, which soon enough, hey, if water is a luxury, how much more food? Socialist President Nicolas Maduro blames the strife on an economic war waged by the United States and other capitalist powers. Because here it is, he's actually trying to help his people. All right, which if you basically come in league with America, you're gonna basically destroy your people. All right, they're gonna sanction. If you come in league with America, they're gonna destroy your country, man. Because you got to do everything they say. You gotta basically bring in Planned Parenthood. You gotta allow homosexuals to have rights. Just like that's the American way. That's the American way, man. The sprawling port city of Maracaibo on the banks of a vast lake once served as a hub of Venezuela's oil production, producing roughly half of the nation's crude that was shipped around the world. A bridge over Lake Maracaibo stands as a reminder of better times. The 8-kilometer, 5-mile long structure built 5 decades ago once glowed at night with thousands of lights, linking the city with the rest of Venezuela. Maracaibo was clean and bustling with international restaurants. So just like America, man. Like it is written of in Isaiah the 14th chapter, how is that golden city ceased? Talking about America, because it goes on to read in Isaiah the 14th chapter of how all these nations, all the kings of the nations are going to come up against America, and we see that to this very day. Hey, so that's just, like I said, that's a prelude to come, man. For the last 9 months, Salaki, the once posh shopping centers have fallen into ruin. Like I'm just at the top. Today the bridge lights no longer shine, and broken down oil platforms span the lake with downwind shores soaked in oil. The once posh shopping centers have fallen into ruin, and the international businesses have packed up and left. For the last 9 months, Maracaibo's residents have endured rolling blackouts. Things dire. August 10th, when a fire destroyed a main power line supplying the city of 1.5 million people. So you had a famine. All right, now you got destruction, man. And then it goes on to read, refrigeration units fell idle and meat began turning. Hey, so one plague basically leads into the other. Loss of power leads to a famine, man. All right, a famine leads to what? People dying, which leads to pestilences, because you can't bury those people, man. Rotten meat, which leads also to pestilences, man. People falling ill, that's a pestilence, man. And the sanitation is not right. All right. So this is Jeremiah chapter 16 and 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thy wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that beget them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. In Lamentations 4 and 9 tells us, all right, that to die of famine is better. To die of a famine is better than him that died by the sword, because they pine away, stricken with hunger, man. So it says they shall die of grievous deaths. All right, now going back into this article, it was a point I wanted to touch on. This point right here, where the guy Luna bought spoiled meat. All right, one of the guys who bought the spoiled meat, it says, I was afraid that they would get sick because they were small, he said, but only the little one got diarrhea and threw up. So this is what's coming, man. They shall die of grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried. All right, because while one thing is happening, it's not just gonna be, it's gonna come to a time where you're gonna have earthquakes everywhere, man. It's gonna come to a time where you're gonna have pestilences everywhere, man. No food, famine everywhere, man. So one person not gonna be able to grieve for another person in another area because they're going through it. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. Hey, so with that, actually, I'm gonna keep going. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to the lament nor bemoan them. If I had taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies, both the great and the small shall die in this land. It says they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. So basically, hey, because it's gonna be hell, in every aspect, man. So like I said, it's just an update on over there in Venezuela. But with that, shalom to the elect.